Hey, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? I want to welcome you to Next Level Alliance Group. If you're watching this right now, that means that you made it to the first phase. I want to congratulate you on your first path and your ticket towards financial freedom. Before I get into the actual basic training, I'm going to let you know what's going to go on. There's going to be two videos that we're going to go over. The first one is going to be basic training, where you're just going to get familiar with the script, and I'm just going to break it down in detail so you get a clear understanding. The second video is the advancement, okay? So you can, in other words, there's always a certain percentage in sales. What we're doing right now is not sales, but I'm going to teach you the structure because I've been doing it for 10 years. But it's just going to simply show you a better approach. It's going to be a good approach to help people out, okay? So what we're going to do right now, I sent you an email of the Next Level Alliance Group appointment script. I'm going to go over the whole script. After I go over the whole script, we're going to break it down in segments, okay? So I'm going to start right now because I know y'all pretty excited about going on those phones, okay? So, hello, Mike. This is Mr. Kyle Stevens. I'm calling from the Human Resource Department. You submitted a resume regarding the customer service great work from home opportunity. Is that correct? Okay, perfect. Now, at this time, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask you a few questions, see if you qualify, okay? Now, are you looking for full-time or part-time? Can you do morning or afternoon? Okay, very good. Now, tell me a little bit about yourself. What type of work have you done in the past? Very good. Now, the name of our company here is Next Level Alliance Group. We are now expanding in the New York and tri-state area, and we're looking to hire customer service reps to work from home or from one of our corporate offices. Now, as a customer service rep, your responsibility is to handle inbound and outbound calls and to provide customer service for our customers. Now, Michael, we do have several positions that we need to fill right away due to the huge amount of calls coming in. I can't promise you anything. However, based on our conversation, you sound like an excellent candidate, so I'm going to highly recommend you to one of the candidates selected, okay? Okay, good. Now, we have an orientation and group interview to go over the information and explain everything in detail. Any questions you may have will be covered at the orientation. Now, Mike, we have two orientations, one at 1 p.m. and another one at 3 p.m. Which time works better for you? 2? Okay. Grab a pen and a paper. Let me know when you're ready. All right, here's the address, Mike. The address is 15 West 39th Street. It's going to be on the 3rd floor. It's between 5th and 6th Avenue. When you get to the 3rd floor, you're going to ask for Next Level Alliance Group. And when you get in the room, you're going to let them know that you're referred by Mr. Stevens. You can take the 2, the 3, the D, or the B train to 42nd Street. And then you just look between 5th and 6th. The building number is 15 once again. Mike, bring a photo ID in your resume. Dress code is business or business casual. And Mike, once again, the orientation will start at 2 p.m. like we agreed. So it's important to be on time, okay? Great, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow, and good luck tomorrow. All right, so what I just did is say the whole script. Now I'm going to break it down in segments, all right? So the introduction was this. Hello, Mike. This is Mr. Stevens. I'm calling from Human Resource Department. You submitted a resume regarding the customer service, great work from home opportunity. Is that correct? All right. At this time, what I'm going to do is ask you a few questions to see if you qualify. For the opportunity. Are you currently working or you attended school? Tell me a little bit about yourself, or what type of work have you done in the past. The reason why you want to introduce yourself is because you want to know, you want the other person to know who's on the other line. Okay, that's highly important. I want to show you the advanced part, but we'll talk more about that. So now, the reason why you're asking them these questions is because you also want to know a little bit about their background. And not only that, you want to also get them engaged, because when you get them engaged, you also get them attentive, and they're more attention to what you're saying, okay? Presentation, right? Each person that's on the other line of the phone is going to know they want to know what company they're part of. So by you doing the presentation the right way, it's going to have they're going to have a peace of mind knowing what's going on. So the name of our company is Next Level Alliance Group. We are now expanding in the New York and tri-state area and looking to hire customer service reps to work from home or from our corporate offices. As the customer service rep, your responsibility is to handle inbound and outbound calls and to provide customer service for our customers. By us explaining that, first of all, now they know that it's Next Level Alliance Group. The next thing is they know is that we are moving forward as far as our business in elevation. So the elevation is expanded in New York and tri-state area. Everybody wants to be a part of something that's growing. all right? And then now you're giving them two options. They applied for work from home, but if now they have an option where they either work from home or they work in one of our offices. Now the next line of the presentation says, as a customer service rep, your responsibility is to handle inbound and outbound calls and provide customer service for our customers. By us explaining that, they know exactly what they're doing, and we like to keep it simple. All right? So now we're going to go over the short story. The short story is very important because now it's going to grab more of their attention. All right? Now, this is the short story. We have several positions we need to fill right away. That's going to draw a sense of urgency. Due to the huge amount of calls coming in, I can't promise you anything. So that line is explaining that we don't need them, but we need them at the same time. You want to mentally say that we don't need them because now you want them to grab you. You want them to say, no, I want this. I want to be a part of this. Okay? Now, but based on our conversation, you definitely sound like an excellent candidate, so I'm going to highly recommend you to one of our candidates selected. What you just did right now is you made them feel good. So you just singled them out, and that's what they say in their mind. So perfect example, you just said that we have several positions available, right? You said that we get a huge amount of calls, but based on the conversation that you have, you're letting them know that they qualified, so they have a chance to win. Make sense? Okay. Now, we have an orientation and a group interview to go over the information and explain everything in detail. Any questions you may have will be covered at the orientation. Guys, the reason why you want to explain this in your short story is because a lot of times the person on the other line likes to take control. You do not, and we'll talk about this in the next segment, but you do not want the person that you're speaking to take control. All right, the reason why is because you're going to lose them. So by you already explaining this before the negative thought of asking questions begin, that have you taking control, and they're going to be in post, which we're going to talk about in the next class. You're getting them in post excited about, you know what, I really know what's going on, but I don't know enough. So what I'm going to do is I got to make sure to go to that meeting because I'm intrigued. Okay? Now you're going to go for the close. And the close is, we will be having 2 orientations. We're going to have one at 1 p.m. and another one at 2 p.m. Which time works better for you? So that line is ideal because it's almost like it's a statement, but it's a question at the same time. So instead of you being what's the best way of saying, pray and say, we actually have 2 orientations. Which one do you have time to go to a 1 p.m. or 2 p.m.? You are taking control of being the boss and saying, you know what, we have 2 orientations. We have one at 1 p.m., one at 2 p.m. Which time works better for you? By you having that statement, remember guys, it's not what you say, it's how you say it and your approach. And by you having that statement, that is making them psychologically have no choice but to make that choice in your half. Okay, now, the close. Okay, grab a pen and a paper so you can write down the address and directions. You're not going to say, could you please grab a pen and a paper? No. You're going to have the approach of, we have something to offer, and we need you to do what we tell you to do. All right? Not in that type of term, but in what's the best way of saying it? Assume the sale. I can't think of it right now, but assume the sale. All right? The next thing now, after you go over that, you're gonna go ahead and reiterate, bring photo ID and your resume. Dress code is business or business casual. By you saying that, it kind of singles out the type of caliber of people that you want. This is an opportunity where you're looking for quality people. We're also looking for quantity of quality people. So by you approaching that, you have people that's prepared, that want it, and that's ready to do anything that they tell you, and that wants to be in that business world and take it to the next level. Okay? Now, this is the rehash. Rehash simply is reminding them. In this term, it means reminding them. So you're going to say, Michael, once again, the orientation is going to start at 2 p.m., so it's very important to be on time, okay? Great. We'll see you tomorrow, and good luck. And that's basically it, folks. So what we just went over was in the introduction, the presentation, the short story, the close and rehash. Now, how I really got, just to give you a little background about me, I'm 31 years old. I've been an entrepreneur since 21 years old. This right here, what I'm bringing to you is what I learned the first sales job I ever done. And what that simply does is, instead of you trying to memorize the whole thing, you're memorizing in sections. So now, right now, as you talking to a person, now you say, all right, first I'm gonna say the introduction. You're gonna go ahead and say the introduction. In your mind, you say, all right, cool. Next thing is I'm gonna do the presentation. Okay, I got that down. Next thing, you're gonna go to the next step. All right, number 3, what's next? All right, that's the short story. Then you're gonna go to step number 4. All right, close. And then you're gonna go to the next one, rehash. So instead of remembering everything, you're just gonna do breakdowns on a consistent basis. And as you do the breakdowns like that, you won't even need this paper anymore. The only reason why I'm reading the paper, because I want to go for word, because I've been doing it for quite some time, so I kind of change the words up. But I want y'all to learn off the basics, all right? So what I want y'all to do now is take a couple of minutes before you go to step number 2 and video number 2. Learn this just a little bit, get familiar with it, and I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Congratulations and welcome aboard.